And boom, we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day so far. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Belvebuth, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their latest track, which also has an accompanying music video, which is called The Hallows. So, in case you're new around here, Belvebuth are not only, in my opinion, one of the best deathcore bands on the scene right now, but they're also buddies of mine, and I've also featured them many times on this channel. This will be the 7th time I've had these guys on the channel. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about where they started, how they've evolved, you know, what their first single was, exactly how I discovered them. I'm not going to go into all those details. If you want those types of details, look up my, if you just search Belvebuth on my channel, you'll, my reaction, which came out about 10 months ago for their debut album, Essence of Evil, will be there. I went into a lot of detail. I think it was that one. I'm 95% sure that was the video that I went into a lot of detail on with, you know, how I discovered them, how they've evolved, like, you know, all the singles they've made, and, like, you know, all that type of stuff. But I'm not gonna do that every single video, because after a while it just starts to get a bit fucking boring. I start to bore myself, basically, you know. So, and usually I like to play a song just to get everyone up to speed, but I'm not going to do that this time, because, to be totally honest, I just really want to get my hands on this fucking song, man. I'm just really excited. It's always I love doing this shit. Oh, that's not right. I love doing this shit. I respect anyone that takes the time out of their day to make this type of music, but Belvebuth have got a very special place in my cold, dead heart, in that space where my soul should be. So, right. Let's get that. Whoa. Down, boy. Not yet. The video's almost playing itself, man. That's too quick. Down. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't want to wait any longer. I just want to get my hands on some new Belvebuth material. Okay, headphones. Pen. Vape. Bit of paper that I don't have to show you. And, okay, cool. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Belvebuth, The Hallows. Let's go. Okay. Belvebuth. Did I see on their Instagram that they changed the pronunciation to Belvebuth? Am I saying it wrong? Fuck it. We all know that band. Those guys that were right like right here. Those guys, whatever the fuck they're called. Belvebuth, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My dog was trying to eat something. It's just me in the house, and I thought to myself, this is a little tangent. I thought to myself, he won't actually chew that. There's no way he'll chew that for the 2 seconds that I'm away doing a reaction video. And I just heard it out the corner of my ear, and I was like, right, don't want him chewing that. But, okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Belvebuth. So, cards on the table, love that shit. That's the least surprising thing that I'm going to say, basically. If anyone's seen any of my other reactions to Belvebuth, if you've been a follower of this channel for the last couple of years, you'll know my feelings on these guys. So, yeah, to put simply, I love that shit. I love that shit. It definitely feels like a continuation of Essence of Evil, but the biggest difference, there's timestamps here, and we're gonna get into that. But the biggest difference here is the mix. On my Essence of Evil reaction / review, I noticed one criticism that I had of it was that the guitars, to me, they sounded they were either too high in the mix, or they were just a bit too trebly. They didn't have quite enough oomph to them, and they kind of drowned out the bass a little bit. Now, again, I talk about bass and deathcore a lot. I repeat myself a lot. Some bands are obviously not listening to me, but some bands are starting to crank the bass up a little bit. These guys started to do that. They released a track called Sloth, where the bass sounded really good, and then the mix from the singles was different from how the singles were on Essence of Evil, and I thought that the guitars were just a really, 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 really brilliant debut album. But I thought the mix could have possibly done with a little bit more, for lack of a better term, oomph, a little bit more meat to it, basically. I thought the guitars kind of drowned the bass out quite a lot, That is absolutely not the case here. In terms of mix, if we're just going to talk about, we're going to get into the details, we're going to get into the bits of the song that I liked, we're going to get into, I've got a bunch of little timestamps I want to go back to here. But if we're just going to talk about the mix, that's the best these guys have sounded, by far. They've incorporated a really, really slammy sounding snare, which really fucking works. Really, really works. It's very, very echoey. Echoey is probably not the right word, but that snare sound, you could hear it. You could hear it right from the beginning. The bass sounded great. The guitars sounded great. The vocals sounded great. It's Belvebuth, but just a more refined version of Belvebuth. They've not suddenly turned into an emo band or something like that. If they want to turn into an emo band, go ahead. I'll listen to whatever they produce. But they are honing their signature sound. I can spot Dylan's vocals out from a lineup. I would like to think so. Anyway, I'd be able to pick his vocals out. That's the best they've sounded, no doubt about that one. The drumming especially was really good. The mix that's about as perfect a mix as you're gonna get, and there were some nice little bits where the bass punched through, and it's extremely satisfying. Very, very satisfying to listen to. And just everything about the guys. You know, the music videos are getting better, the production, the editing, the mixing, you know, just everything's getting better, and that's what you want to see from a band. Because I think I've been following these guys for the last, I think it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. I think I heard their first track, Pray on Prayers. I think that came out in 2021, and it is now, Jesus. For some reason, I keep thinking it's 2023. I don't know why. I'm permanently stuck in 2023. But yeah, it's actually been 3 years that I've known these guys for. So that's pretty incredible. But yeah, the mix. Yeah, it's the best they've, for a third time. Let me repeat myself. That's the best they've sounded. Whoever's doing that mix. I know Dakota, the bass player. I know he's mixing some band shit and stuff like that. I don't know if he's doing the mix for these guys, but. Yeah, that was beefy, really beefy in all the right places. So let's get into some of these timestamps. So I actually just want to play this intro again. I just want to highlight how good this sounds. That's the Slam Worldwide intro before anyone says anything. So within the first 50 seconds, that shows all the ways in which they've improved. There's still the creepy atmosphere. I think there was like flies buzzing there. There was some demonic voices. There was some just like synth going on there. Just creates a really menacing atmosphere immediately. And then once that snare starts hitting, I mean, I'm right. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me see if I can pinpoint this. It's a great way to start a song. Hear that bass there? Doing the slam bit? More of that. That sounds great. And if we just keep that playing, sometimes the only time you can hear bass in deathcore songs is when nothing else is going on and it's a little like, you know, bass interlude type bit. But if you listen, it's like it's crystal clear, but without sounding hollow and lacking presence, which is really difficult to do. A lot of times the mixes sound clear, but they've got no balls, and then sometimes it's so... can't believe I'm going to say this sentence. It's so filled with balls that it sounds muddy and you actually can't make anything out. It kind of sounds like a gore grind mix or something, you know, where it's like, okay, you've destroyed my headphones and my hearing with this with the bass, you know, but I can't actually make anything out. These guys are in a perfect spot right in the middle where you can hear everything. And I mean, that snare. That is the slammiest sounding snare I've heard these guys use before. That's so fucking slammy, and I love it. It really works with it. It really works with the sound. I don't know if I would go as far to call these guys a slamming deathcore band. I think there's just some slam influences there. Like if you know what slam is, and then you listen to that snare, you can't in good conscience go, I don't see a comparison. It's like, that's a like that's a slammy snare, and I love it. It's great, and like the bass has got low end, but it kind of also sounds like he's playing like the strings with like a nickel or something like that. There's kind of like a scraping quality to it, but also with a low end as well. Really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Just sounding fucking crisp. Sounding really, really crisp. Right, next timestamp. We'll let it run from here. Awesome slow section, and you can hear everything. I'm going to keep talking about the mix. If you're getting bored of mix talk, go find another video. But I'm going to keep talking about the mix, because a mix like that doesn't happen by accident. Even when it's sensationally fucking heavy, you can still hear the creepy synth in the background, which just elevates things. What can happen is that bands sometimes, the synth gets a little bit lost in the mix. I think sometimes when bands are doing mixes, they're kind of, let me pop that out a second, because I feel like I'm shouting into the mic for no reason. I just, those are the inner ear ones, so that you can't hear shit on the outside. I feel like I'm just actually just screaming right into the mic and just offending you guys. Bands definitely, they can, the mix, the synth can get lost in the mix, and I think sometimes if you know that the synth is there and you're mixing it, you can go, yeah, okay, I can hear that, but there's maybe a little bit of, yeah, you can hear it, but other people aren't as familiar with your music. So if they're not, I've made this analogy a couple of times when, if a guy's checking this out on Slam Worldwide and he's only got like, a 15-minute lunch break, he's outside the back of like Burger King or something, he's having a vape, he's having a smoke, he's, doing whatever you do on your break, and he stumbles across a song. He might only have one headphone in. He might also be on Instagram. He might also be texting his girlfriend. He might, he might be like just, in some, like in a come out of back alley in like, Manhattan or something like that. So there's going to be all kinds of things going on, and he'll also be thinking, I fucking hate this job. They only give me 15 minutes to fucking chill. All that shit. So any creepy background noise, you have to make sure that it's right there in the mix, because it's really, really easy for people to just miss things, because not everyone has the luxury of being able to sit down concentrated and actually focus on music like I do. Some people have to actually work like a proper job for a living, in order to put food on the table. So terrific work, really, really terrific work. This will grab people. It's very, very, very difficult to actually get people to focus on anything these days. I'm not sure if that's because there's more people out there with ADHD than we thought, or I don't know, or everything's just been TikTokified basically, and if it doesn't grab you in the first half second, people are just going to flick. But this song captures you immediately. It's very, very good. So now I want to get onto this. This section here. So dun 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 dun. That move, I'll give you good odds. I think that's a new move for these guys. I think that's a new move. I was speaking to the lead singer. I've got to stop calling these guys lead singers because they're not singers. I was speaking to the vocalist Dylan just very briefly about a week ago, and he said that their sound has started to, their sounds like, you know, improved since then. It's kind of like evolved a little bit, and that it might not sound like much, but that dun 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 dun. I don't think they've ever done that on any other songs before. I don't think. I was just listening to Essence of Evil this morning before I got started, you know, getting in the mood. I don't think they've done that before. And again, it really, really works. They just keep adding new stuff in. It's fucking great. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. It's not like a huge change, but you don't want to change anything too quickly. You wanna refine what you have and then throw in new things. You know, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, nice new little wrinkle to their game. Okay, next bit coming up, 317. I wish you guys could see the shot of Dylan's face right now. In fact, I might just have to. No, it's not gonna. Wait, hold on. Actually, maybe it does show up. Sorry, dude. That that is the least flattering photo of Dylan I've ever seen in my life. I'm so sorry, man. That's sorry to do you dirty like that, but that was funny, and that was just where I happened to pause the video. Okay, let's continue. Right. See, again, taking that bass line for a walk. And throwing in some little ghostly whispers as well as you know, to use a jazz term, taking the bass line for a walk. That's cool shit. That's really, really, really fucking cool. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, final timestamp. Towards the end of the song, let's just go from there. That's the bit there. That kind of underwater sounding effect that these types of bands put on the guitars. I cannot fucking get enough of that shit. Nice little bass drop at the end there. Let's one more bit I want to highlight here. Just after this, how monstrous does this guitar sound? Sorry, that's my phone going. That's my phone going off, guys. But we'll just have to listen to it vibrate because I'm in the middle of this and I'm not going to take a call. So, I fucking love Belvebuth. If that wasn't clear, if that wasn't clear already by all the nice things I've been saying about them, let me just reiterate: these guys are fucking awesome. It sounds like Belvebuth, but just sharper, clearer, more interesting, more refined, more everything. It's just more, you know? And they're not doing anything like wildly different. Like, they don't suddenly sound like Rings of Saturn or, you know, Tool or, like Lorna Shore. They haven't gone like, super Blackened or super Tech Death or anything like that. It still sounds like Belvebuth, but they're just adding on little components, just little improvements, little add-ons. It's fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. I get so much satisfaction out of interacting with this lovely. I don't say this enough, but I get so much satisfaction out of interacting with this amazing community. I've never probably. I've done over I think 300 reaction videos over the last like 3 or 4 years, and I've never had a bad experience with one person. It doesn't matter if they're from China or Australia or Scotland or fucking New Zealand or Mars, Venus, wherever. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone in this scene is cool. But listening to as much of these bands as I do, and hearing them progress and add more things on, and like, just buzzing off the creativity, I love it. It's fantastic. Snare sounds great. Mix sounds good. Very heavy. It definitely reminded me of their track Sloth, which was almost basically one long breakdown. It wasn't quite as slow as that, but it definitely reminded me of Sloth. It gave me the same kind of feels as their track as Sloth did, which I think is probably the heaviest thing they've ever made. But just the interesting use of atmosphere, the variety and like the riffing, lots of just little surprises here to keep it interesting. I don't really have a bad thing to say about that at all. I actually not really. I'll say that more securely. I don't have a bad thing to say about that. Usually, I can pick out something that I would prefer that they did with the mix most of the time, because I'm quite picky with that. But I couldn't pick out anything there at all. Everything was just perfect in its proper place. 2 big, massive thumbs up. Great work, boys. Great work. Cannot wait to hear more. So, as per usual, once you're done with the video, if you scroll down, you will find links to the music video that we just watched, which is on Slam Worldwide. Go give that a like and a share. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Play it to your enemies, your friends, your dog, your cat, your neighbours, your gran, your best friend, whoever else. Just go spread the word. You'll also find links to where you can stream it. So that'll be, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, whatever else these guys are on. Streaming numbers really do matter in terms of getting on tours and stuff like that. Like, it does actually make a difference. If the numbers are really big, there's a better chance of promoters coming out and going, those guys are doing good. You're on the fucking you're on the tour, guys. And you'll also find links to all their social medias, so you can go and blow up their Instagram. You can go and follow. You can go and like all their stuff. Share all their posts. They'll be on TikTok, Facebook, all that type of shit. Just do whatever you can to support these guys, because obviously I'm biased as fuck over here. You know what I mean? I've known these guys for 3 years. I love them all very much. They're awesome dudes. But but putting my obvious bias aside, that was a fucking great track. Really, really great modern deathcore, and cannot fucking wait to hear what else is in store. And just to reiterate my point, perfect mix. Keep it like that. Keep it like that. That's the way forward. So, one more time, Belvebuth, the Hallows. Go check that shit out. I'm gonna go and jam it another bunch of times. Take it easy, guys. Love you all very much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.